The passing away of Sri Maharaj was a unique event and could be expected only of this spiritual son of Sri Ramakrishna. Some 5 or 6 days before the Mahasamadhi, he said he was not going to retain the body. He told Swami Abhedananda that he was going to give up his body. Swami Abhedananda replied that he must keep the body for some years more. Can you forcibly retain me? Maharaj asked. It is your wish. If you wish a little, you can do so. Will you wish, Maharaj? Swami Abhedananda asked, at which Maharaj only smiled. Maharaj told his sevaks also that he was going to give up the body, and anyone wishing to do seva to him could finish it then. Such an attitude on the part of Maharaj frightened everyone. At that time, the allopathic doctors were full of hope. At last, they also became desperate. Ayurvedic treatment was begun. Maharaj was suffering terribly, yet he was exceptionally calm. And when the doctor asked him about this, he only replied by quoting the verse, Sahanam Sarvadukhanam, quite endurance of all affliction. And Swami Sharadananda also tried to bring his mind to the body and was telling him that they would all go together to Bhuvaneshwar after his cure was over. But Maharaj only replied, all that Leela of mine is over. Then occurred an event unparalleled in the biography of the great ones since the time of Sri Ramakrishna. It was the 8th night of Maharaj's illness. Though suffering terribly from a burning sensation and pain, he was exceptionally calm. It was 8 p.m. Maharaj called his disciple and attendant, who had been doing untiring service to him for 6 years, and addressing him in the most affectionate terms, blessed him, saying, My son, my child, you have been doing seva to a teacher. What shall I tell you? By my blessing, you will get Brahmagyana. You will realize Brahman. Don't be afraid, my boy. Then he began to call one by one his disciples who were there and blessed them all, consoling them in the most endearing terms, giving them abhayam, asking them to immerse themselves in the thought of God. Meanwhile, his mind was climbing up and up into the regions of Bhava Samadhi. He was seeing Sri Ramakrishna's luminous form always by him. And Maharaj, in the most endearing words, was asking him, Where is my Vivek, my Vivekananda? And Sri Ramakrishna showed him his beloved brother. Seeing the vision of Swamiji, Maharaj said, Oh, I recognize him. He called for all his brothers who were with Sri Ramakrishna, and he showed him all. Then, away from the region of forms and visions, he entered into the region of pure intelligence, Brahman. Coming down from that state, he turned to his children, and feeling sorry for them, he told those around him, My boys, you are not able to cut through and get away from Maya, so you are not seeing the visions I am seeing. He then called for Krishnalal, Swami Dhirananda, one of the old disciples of Swami Vivekananda, whom Maharaj loved much. The very name Krishna threw his mind off from the physical plane, and he found himself standing before the most lovely form of Lord Krishna. And so Maharaj wept with joy. You know that Sri Ramakrishna had said that Sri Maharaj was the real Rakhal of Vrindavan, the eternal playmate of Sri Krishna. So with all the flush of joy on seeing his divine playmate in Bhava, Maharaj said, Oh, where are my anklets? Let me go and dance with Krishna. Swami Shivananda, who was then seeing the way in which Maharaj was addressing Krishna in the most sweet words, pointed out that since the time of Sri Ramakrishna, whom he and his fellow disciples had seen in similar bhava addressing the Lord, they had almost forgotten Sri Ramakrishna's bhavas, and only now, after 36 years, in these moments of Sri Maharaj's spiritual mood, they could remember in full what Sri Ramakrishna was. Swami Shivananda and Swami Sharadananda said that Maharaj was then exactly like Sri Ramakrishna, and it is said they even found the body of Maharaj like this. Maharaj remained in this mood for a long time. Coming down from this mood, he turned to the disciples and said, My Krishna is not the Kathar Krishna. My Krishna is not the hard Tapasvi Krishna. My Krishna is the Gopi Krishna. In these words, he gave the key to his whole life. Whoever had seen Maharaj and studied him could not but be struck by his boyish, childlike nature. His whole attitude towards life was that he was playing with it. After this, he was continually seeing Sri Krishna and Sri Ramakrishna now and then speaking about those beautiful eyes of Lord Krishna, his lotus face, and his blue color. He was seeing the boy Krishna holding him as a chum on his shoulder and telling him, Come away, come away. As he descended from those spiritual trances, he began to speak to those around him about the highest Brahmagyana, repeating now and then, Om Brahmatmane Namaha, Om Paramatmane Namaha.